Welcome back to the TV5 Morning News on this Monday morning. Tracy Marceron joins us from Between Friends Art Center in Brewer. We're going to make something Valentine-ish, right?
Yeah, well, this heart theme can be good all year.
Anytime.
If you feel the love in your heart, then
right. Maybe it'll warm us up on a cold day like this.
That's true. That's true. This is a 1800s folk art project. This is what they used to do for fun back in the 1800s on a cold day like today.
Okay.
And you have a lot of different options nowadays, more so than the 1800s.
Right.
You can go to a craft supply store and get a piece of scrapbook paper. You can get any color that you want to. There's so many different choices of textures and designs. The first thing you do is go on a computer or come in and see me and get a paper heart cutting pattern.
Okay.
Or you can make up your own if you're artistic. But I'll be happy to give you one of these for free if you want to come in and get one from me. Then you choose what color scrapbook fabric you want and just fold that in half. You don't have to make a real sharp crease here because you're going to want to display this unfolded. Okay. And then take your heart pattern, which if you notice is just half of a heart pattern.
Half of a pattern.
And you're going to put that, and all of the Scherenschnitte, this is called Scherenschnitte, that's the German word for this project.
I'm glad you didn't make me say that, thank
but
you. If
you look up paper heart cutting, you'll get patterns for that as well. And then you're just going to line that up on the fold and tape that onto
I was wondering if you use tape to hold it in place.
Yep, you do.
Okay.
Use about 3 pieces. You don't want to use a lot, but every place where you're taping this is going to be discarded. And then the key is, after you've taped this on, make sure you start with your inner pieces that are the most tiny, intricate pieces, because you want the bulk of this to hold on to. If you begin by cutting all of this, for example, by the time you get to here, you're not going to have anything to hold on to on this side because you will have cut all of that.
Right, it's all gonna be gone.
Keep that in mind. You can make that mistake once and then you probably won't make it again.
And you just cut through the pattern all the way through both pages.
You're cutting through 3 pieces at once. Now, I used to teach this project by putting a piece of transfer paper in here, and it's like carbon paper, and trace that whole pattern on here. That's very time consuming.
It's an extra step.
It is an extra step. If you feel like you don't have much flexibility in your hand, you might want to do it that way because you'll be cutting through 2 pieces of paper instead of 3. But honestly, these blades are sharp. The other, so watch out.
Oh, right.
The other trick, I think, is to have like 5 or 6 blades on hand. Because once you've bared down on the paper with this knife, if you hear a little snap, you're going to realize that you just popped the tip off of this blade. It
and
won't
you're going to use
cut
the
as
tip a lot on this.
You will, and it's going to drag throughout the rest of the project. So just take that out, change it out, and always have a nice fresh blade. The other trick I've discovered over the years, have a nice smooth piece of glass underneath that so that it's really like cutting butter once you have a sharp blade and a nice piece of glass under it. You want to try? I will tell you, you don't have to stay on the lines. You can fake it. So if you get off the line in one place, just move your next line over a little bit and give that a try. And you don't want to bear down too hard holding that knife on the tip. So give it a try, Wayne. And then after you've done that, you have this that you've cut out, and you can open that up and reveal 2 sides cut at the same time.
Okay, yep.
Make sure you're choosing a good contrast for the background paper, though, because I noticed last night when I chose the purple paper with the pink background, there was not a lot of contrast there to see the cutouts, unlike this one with the off-white and the brown. And it actually is a little nicer to flip this heart over, and then you have a real stark contrast with your cutouts.
And then you can just display it like that?
You could, I just use a little bit of
just some glue
stick
to hold it?
And dot a few dots on that. Nothing, definitely don't smear it all over. Just enough to hold that on. You're probably going to be pressing that behind a piece of glass. And you can make these all different sizes. Once you put the glass on top of this, though, it sandwiches it and keeps it nice and flat. You only want the glue just enough to hold it in place until you do that.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Tracy.
Yeah, no problem.